All right, let's talk about something that's probably on almost every computer out there. WinRAR, or, some kind of file compression tool. It's one of those things we use all the time without a second thought. But what if that simple, trusted utility was actually a secret backdoor, an open invitation for hackers all over the world? And that leads to a pretty scary question, right? Because a single piece of software you haven't updated could be all an attacker needs. They could be on your system right now, moving around in the shadows, and you'd have absolutely no idea. And look, don't just take my word for it. This is coming straight from Google's own threat intelligence team. They're seeing this thing being used by everyone, from government-backed spies to your everyday financially motivated criminals. It's a huge deal. Okay, so let's really break down what Google is warning us about here. This isn't some theoretical flaw that might be a problem one day. No, this is an active, ongoing attack campaign that's exploiting a weakness that tons of people still have on their computers right now. So here's the absolute core of the problem. A really nasty security flaw was found and patched way back in July. But here's the thing. Hackers live for the gap between when a fix is released and when people actually install it. And with this WinRAR flaw, they've been having an absolute field day in that gap. So what's the big deal with this flaw anyway? What makes it so dangerous that everyone from state-sponsored hackers to your everyday cybercriminal is jumping on it? Let's unpack this thing. Well, to put a number on it, this vulnerability gets a whopping 8.8 out of 10 on the severity scale. Just so you know, in the cybersecurity world, anything over an 8 is basically a 5-alarm fire. It's bad, really bad. It means it's both serious and pretty easy for attackers to use. The technical name for this is a path traversal flaw. Okay, what does that mean in plain English? Think about it like this. Let's say you download a zip file of vacation photos. You expect them to all land neatly in your vacation pics folder, right? Well, this flaw lets an attacker sneak a nasty little program outside of that folder and plant it somewhere much more sensitive, like your computer's startup folder, without you knowing a thing. And the way they pull this off is it's brilliantly simple and scary. It happens in 3 basic steps. First, you get tricked into opening a specially crafted malicious RAR file. You think you're just unzipping a document or some pictures. Second, behind the scenes, the exploit drops malware into your Windows startup folder. And third, well, nothing happens right away, but the next time you restart your computer, that malware runs automatically. Game over. Now, here's where the story gets even bigger. This wasn't some secret weapon used by one elite group. Nope. Because it was so easy and effective, it turned into a total free-for-all for hackers all over the globe. And I mean, look at the guest list here. It's like a who's who of nation-state hacking groups. You've got heavy hitters with suspected links to Russia, like Sandworm, Gamadoran, and Turla, all using this flaw to hit targets in places like Ukraine. And it's not just them. Actors believed to be from China have been caught using it to deliver classic spyware, like the poison ivy rat. This isn't just hacking, it's digital espionage. But hey, it's not just about international espionage. A good exploit is a good exploit, and you can bet the criminal underworld wasn't going to sit this one out. When there's money to be made, they show up. And wow, they really brought out the whole buffet of nasty software. We're talking about things like async rat and xworm. Those are remote access Trojans, which basically give them the keys to your entire computer. They're using backdoors controlled through the Telegram app, info stealers designed to suck up passwords, and even malicious Chrome extensions aimed at stealing banking info in Brazil. It's a total grab bag of cybercrime tools. So that's going to make you wonder, right? How did so many different groups, from spies to crooks, all get their hands on this same attack so fast? Well, the answer takes us into the cybercrime economy, into the dark corners of the internet. See, this exploit wasn't some closely guarded secret. It was a product. It was literally packaged up and put up for sale on the dark web. Anybody with the cash could buy it. It democratized the attack, making it available to anyone, regardless of their technical skill. And Google's report even points a finger at sellers like this Zero Player. These guys are essentially digital arms dealers. They take a complex exploit, turn it into an easy-to-use tool, and sell it. It's what the experts call the commoditization of the attack lifecycle. Fancy term, but it just means that hacking is becoming a point-and-click business. And that's a scary thought. All right, that's a lot of doom and gloom, I know. We've covered the flaw, the hackers, the whole underground market. But now, let's get to the most important part. Your digital armor. What can you actually do about all this? This whole WinRAR mess is a textbook case of what security pros call an end-day vulnerability. You've probably heard of a zero-day. That's a brand new secret flaw nobody knows how to fix yet. An end-day is different. It's a flaw that's already public, and, this is the key part, a patch is already available. The only reason it's still dangerous is because people just haven't installed the fix.
And that right there brings us to the solution, which honestly, it's almost ridiculously simple. All you have to do is update WinRAR to version 6.23 or newer. That's it. One simple download, one update, and this massive global security threat, it's gone from your system. It's that easy.
And really, that's the big takeaway from this entire story. The scariest threats aren't always some super secret Mission Impossible style zero-day. So often, the biggest dangers are the ones we already have a fix for. Seriously, keeping your software updated is probably the single most powerful thing you can do to protect yourself. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. We've handled WinRAR, but what else is on your machine? Your browser, your operating system, all those little apps you've installed over the years? Which one of them is the next unlocked door, just waiting for a knock?